everybody, this is SMA Watts, and we are about to continue our Let's Play of the Undead Monk in World of Warcraft. When we last left off, we did a little strike against the Scarlet Crusade, checked on the Bulwark to make sure the Undead were... were the Undead. The Scourge, the bad Undead, were only slipping through at very limited numbers, and helped a dying lady make a sick old seamstress make a blanket. We also helped an apothecary begin working on his new plague, and we're going to go ahead and find out how that it's working out.
What does the shadow do?
I am to understand that another one of those foolish dwarven mountaineers has been captured. The Death Guard has him stored in this building, and they've assigned one of their own to persuade him not to escape. Why don't you go see the captured mountaineer enjoys this special drink I made for him? It contains a subtle hint of what the Dark Lady has planned for the rest of Azeroth. That sounds super creepy. Like... the heck is that? Oops. Hey guys, do you think we're the baddies? I mean, I'm looking around and I'm listening to us. Well, if I hadn't trusted my rifle, you'd be as good as dead, monk. Just wait until the steam tank brigade arrives to rescue me. Have a drink. A drink at last. What manner of ale is that? I'm sure it's no Rhapsody malt, but I'll take anything to wet the old whistle at this point. Complete. I raise my brew and hope to be rid of the likes of you. Cheers, you no-good scoundrel lash in the wind. He seems... If you want something done right, do it yourself. Oh, this is him just talking. He seems... dead. Just kind of dead.
The shadows beckon.
As you probably already realized, the Royal Apothecary Society is a widespread organization. We take our plague-bearing, our plague alchemy seriously. It is our belief that the more agents we have performing experiments, the sooner we will realize our objective. One of our agents is performing his work at a small encampment to the north of here. His name is Jared, and he could use an apprentice of your stature. I'm gonna go do that. Oh. So the decrepit ones I can't skin. What good are they then? It's completely differently than I had actually originally planned the video in my head. I'd originally planned to head to Undercity and do whatever was in Undercity next. And figured I'd poison the guy, go to Undercity. But for some reason I talked to the one guy, and I read it, then I was there. That's how it rolls.
I'm listening.
My assistant. Sure, he's not been plagued in the same manner as we, but he is clearly plagued nonetheless. He bent the knee to Sylvanas, so he's as much one of us as you or I. And just between you and me, to be perfectly honest, I think the Dark Lady thought he was already bending his knee when he entered the chamber.
Remember, patience, discipline.
Holland, he's an amateur. But don't need a fancy two-story apothecary to make plague. You need love. And maybe some good assistance. Let me show you how plague is really made.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
My envoy just delivered me a bushel of gloomweed. Gloomweed. I don't need gloomweed, I need doomweed. You can see the predicament I am in, Ashenwind. I'll make it worth your while to gather what I need. Bring me enough doomweed, and I will give you a suitable reward. And my understanding that they like to plague the flora near the mass grave sites to the north of Brill's graveyard. Hurry and be mindful of the gnolls.
Goodbye.
Hi, how are you?
Working for Jared isn't all that bad. He might lose his temper now and again, but he pays well, and he gives me a boost when I can't reach something in the cart. The mass graves near the forest to the west of us were made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths Tirisfal suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in these graves have so far been spared in undeath, but the Scourge now see rot-hide gnolls to gather the corpses and use them to bolster their armies. This can't be allowed. Your task is twofold. Slay the rot-hides at the mass graves and Garen's haunt, and gather from them the embalming ichor that gives them life.
Off and away.
Alright, well, simple enough. Also, should be some doomweed in this general area, right? Yep. There's some doomweed. All right. Killing gnolls. Killing gnolls. You are no hogger. I think the gnolls got a complete reskin somewhere because they look better than I remember them. There's one of those. Gnolls are a weird race. I kind of wonder where they come from, like, fantasy origin-wise. Like, part of me goes, was it one of those D&D races that were like, well, you can't always be orcs. So, hyena men. But I wonder if there's, like, a novel or a myth or anything in which there's hyena men. Alright, so apparently The grave robbers are further south. Oh. Yeah, so apparently the mongrels, a little bit further north, whereas the robbers, well, they tend to have to be nearer to the graves. That's weird. Well, I apparently found them on my own, so I think I'm being chased. Yep. That was a knoll with a shovel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna seriously look that up after this to find out, like, where the heck do gnolls come from? I mean, I guess I assume someone's gotta like gnolls. Someone's gotta be like, no, gnolls are awesome. They're the cool monster race. Goblins and orcs are posers. Like, I mean, I suppose from my perspective, gnolls as an enemy to the undead is great. Because, you have a monstrous scavenger race, and, the Forsaken being corpses. It's like, well, no, that works almost perfectly. Gnolls as a menace in general is one of those, like, I mean, they're big enough generally that there's some inherent menace there, but they're weird. Alright, almost done with the gnolls. Nope, don't care now. Off the clock. Union rules. Don't need to kill you. I'm not gonna. I didn't like the way he looked. All right.
Can I help you?
Is your task complete? Have you destroyed those dog things and drained them of their ichor? Expertly done, Ashenwind. The Scourge are mistaken if they think they can use those corpses against us, and the fluid you gather from the Rawhide slaves will be studied by my master. It may have secrets we can use against them. Zombie skin boots.
Be seeing you.
What now?
The apothecary mutters to himself. They brought me gloom weed. Gloom weed. my doomweed. Excellent. Apothecary Jared rubs his hands together greedily. These will come in quite handy. You've done me, the lady, a fine service today, Ashenwind. As promised, here's the reward that you deserve. Give me a level.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to be a brewmaster. And I'm going to thank you for watching. And during the next video, we're probably going to help these two continue working on their plague and see what transpires from there.